Alright, today we thought we'd show you some different stuff, what we're doing on the channel. We've been making these dragons. We've been making skulls. I hope you watched the skeleton key video. We've had a lot of requests to see how to do some more parts of it, so we'll show you how to do that. Like I said, we're making the dragons. Today we're going to make this skull because the dragons are pretty skinny. They need something to eat. This dragon is the one where I split the face, the tongue, the mustache. He's going to be sitting down on his butt like that with his legs out, and in one of his hands I want to put a skull that he's eating. So today we're going to go through and show you how we're going to build that skull for the dragon as part of this kind of a dragon series. So come on with us and let's go. So first thing we do is we're going to go for heat. This bar is 1/2 by 1/2, solid square stocks, just mild steel. But it works out really well to build these skulls. And like I said, we're going to go for a bend. Since my bender's a little wide, we're going to come in right about there. This just helps me put a nice uniform bend in it. And I'm going to come over back to the middle. Really bend it over. And we'll go back to the heat. This is an induction forge. We'll have to do a video on it if you'd like to see how it works, but it's nice. Uses this electrical coil, induction coil, and right now we're 20 seconds in, and you can see that we've got a nice good heat, which is what we need. So we can fold that over and start forming. So that's a 30-second heat. You can see that it's just right. So we're going to take this and start folding it over. Get that folded over. That's going to become the back of his head, back of the skull. Cranium. And this gets worked kind of the whole time. Once we get done here, you can see the shape of the skull already. It's a little tricky. You don't want the back of the head like blown clear out where he looks kind of Sasquatch looking, or I mean, if that's what you're going for, go ahead. But I like it. This one we're going for something for the dragons to eat, so something a little more human. And I've already kind of center marked where I want them. I'm going to kind of push them in. See if we can get them both set. Come and get them, and we can start angling. You can start angling this punch. And some of you are probably saying, oh, you're down into a black heat. Yep. For this type of thing, we're down into this black heat. Trying to get these set. Still easily 1,000 degrees. Like I said, trying to get the eyes established, get them where we want them, get them centered. I've done this in the coal forges, I've done it in the gas forges. Those of you that know induction forges know this coil is way too big. But you can do this in any forge you got. You're just heating it up. This one I just happen to have, and Been playing with it. Works very well. So back in for the eyes. Lock it in. We're going to bump up to, actually let's go one more deep. I want a good deep dark eye socket. Skulls are not meant to be pretty. It's supposed to be a little dark. A little bit, I think, just because it is what it is. It's a skull. It's supposed to be a human skull. Thak Ironwork, T-H-A-K, is amazing at making skulls. He has a lot of different things there, and all I did there was, I know it looks cartoony now, but I set where I'm going to be pushing in the nose. So same punch, I'll be pushing the nose in, getting the nose established where it's at, and then I'll do a little more work on the face, and we'll actually put in like some eyebrows. Even though it's a skull, if you do it right, you can have a lot of character. As you can see in this one, you can see his eyebrows, his eye shape. It's what gives him his facial features. It makes him look mad, makes him look sad, makes him look however you want. You have to just push it around. Okay, so we're going to keep setting, I guess, the nose. Okay, so this is in the flight press. I'm going to take him, and first thing I'm going to do is right below his nose, give that a bump. That's going to be his teeth. This is right below his skull on the side. Around it just a little bit, and you can see a little bit about how that's going to be his teeth. What I'm doing here is setting that top jaw where his teeth are going to be. So now what I'm going to do is actually start defining the eyebrows. This is what gives them their look. If you want them to look angry, this is the time to do it. Come in by these eyeballs, make a fuller line, come into this other one. Back, and even though I'm using this round punch, I can come in and smooth it up real easily. Just trying to establish where I want the material to move. Even his nose, see, we can still move it. Push these down. So to really establish, I'm going to hammer this material down like this. Establishing these eye sockets, really working them. This guy looks pretty surprised, but I think you'd look pretty surprised if you were getting eaten by a dragon. At least right up till the end. We are, like I said, we're down into this black heat. If you take these fullers and hit with this, you can kind of push some of that material back out. I'm going to push these eyeballs up. You can see how they stretch. And really, you need to look at some skulls. If you don't like the way it's turning out, it doesn't look like a skull, there's probably a feature you're missing. I'm going to come into the mouth a little bit and find these lines for the teeth. It's not really smiling. So I'm going to go for one more heat. We're going to cut the center of his throat, his mouth open. Now we'll put the teeth on, work on the neck, and cut his head off. Alright, going to cut the center out, use a little bit finer shape cutter, hot cut, because I want this fairly deep but fairly exaggerated. Ooh, feels good. Lost his head. Okay, there's our finished skull. And like I said, he's going to be dragon food. He's going to be inside of one of these dragon's head when this one gets done. But hopefully you enjoyed the process and got to see some of it. See some of the close-ups and things of how I build these little skulls. And you can build them, like I said, that's not too bad for a keychain size, something like that, 1/2 by 1/2 solid bar. Takes you a little while. Once you get used to it, it's pretty quick. You could make one in probably less than an hour. Thank you, and we'll see you on the next one. Let's go.